Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. This presentation addresses DTC P1454, which stands for FTP Sensor Circuit Range Performance Problem, and is relevant from model years 2016 to 2021 of the Honda Civic. The FTP, or fuel tank pressure sensor, is vital for monitoring the fuel tank's vapor pressure, ensuring the correct functioning of the vehicle's evaporative emission control system. Anomalies in this sensor can lead to undesired emissions or vehicle performance issues. It is crucial to tackle this error swiftly, as it could indicate underlying issues within the vehicle's emission system. This guide will walk you through the components involved, potential causes, and systematic troubleshooting steps necessary to diagnose and rectify the issue seamlessly. The DTC P1454 signals an FTP sensor circuit range or performance problem, which is directly tied to the fuel tank pressure sensor. This sensor assesses and reports on the pressure levels within the fuel tank to the Powertrain Control Module, PCM. It usually is located adjacent to the fuel tank, connected via a wiring harness. The primary role of the FTP sensor is ensuring that the evaporative emission system is functioning properly by monitoring vapor pressure within the fuel tank. If the sensor isn't performing according to specifications, it can impact not just emissions, but also fuel efficiency and engine performance. Accuracy of the sensor is thus paramount to prevent emissions leaks and ensure proper system operation. Several possible causes can trigger the DTC P1454. One common cause is a malfunction within the electronic components linked to the FTP sensor, which can lead to inaccurate readings. Moreover, poor electrical connections, such as corroded terminals or loose connections between the FTP sensor and the PCM, may also disrupt the system. Another potential issue could be blockages present in the vent hoses, affecting the airflow and thus recording incorrect pressure readings. Lastly, the FTP sensor itself may simply be faulty and need replacement, as age and wear can degrade its performance over time. Drivers may experience several symptoms that indicate the presence of DTC P1454. One of the most noticeable signs is the illumination of the check engine light on the dashboard, alerting the driver of a potential issue. Furthermore, a decline in fuel economy can occur due to abnormal pressure readings affecting engine performance. This might be coupled with a failed emissions test, as any malfunction in the vapor pressure system can cause excess pollutants to be emitted. In more severe cases, drivers may notice rough idling or even stalling, suggesting that the engine is not receiving the correct fuel vapor mixture. These symptoms should prompt immediate diagnostic testing to prevent further complications. The first troubleshooting step for resolving DTC P1454 begins with turning the vehicle ignition to the on mode without starting it. This action powers the vehicle's systems, allowing for the initial diagnostics. Once in this mode, the next action is to clear the diagnostic trouble code, DTC, using the Honda Diagnostics System, HDS, which resets any logged errors. The vehicle should then be switched to the off lock position to prepare for further steps. Importantly, you'll need to locate and insert the emergency fuel funnel into the fuel filler neck. This funnel can typically be found in the trunk toolbox. This device helps to manage any pressure changes during testing, which is essential for accurate assessments. Following the initial steps, the next phase in troubleshooting DTC P1454 involves removing the emergency fuel funnel from the fuel filler neck. Once this step is completed, the DTC should be cleared again with the HDS to ensure a fresh diagnostic reading. Next, start the engine, allowing it to idle without load until the radiator fan initiates. This idle state is critical, as it stabilizes engine conditions for accurate data capture. While the engine is at a steady 3,000 RPM, it's essential to monitor the EVAP-PC duty, which stands for Evaporative Purge Control Duty. This parameter should read at 20% or above for at least 4 minutes. The data collected here will help diagnose whether the DTC persists or if the previous errors have cleared. For the third step in troubleshooting DTC P1454, begin by turning the vehicle to the off-lock mode. Follow this by clearing the DTC using the HDS, ensuring that previous error states are reset. Then, you will need to remove the right front floor undercover, which protects crucial components beneath the vehicle. After removal, proceed to disconnect the EVAP canister vent hose from the canister itself. When performing this step, it's essential to handle components carefully to avoid any damage. With the vent hose disconnected, you can next check relevant parameters with the HDS to ascertain if any blockages exist in the vent hose or drain tube joint, which could affect system functionality. In this step, we will focus on the EVAP canister vent shut valve, which is critical for the operation of the evaporative emission system. Begin by ensuring the vehicle is turned to the off-lock mode. After ensuring the vehicle is off, carefully remove the EVAP canister vent shut valve to inspect it. It's crucial to connect the 2P connector back onto the valve to conduct further tests. Once this is done, turn the vehicle to the on mode and select the EVAP test from the HDS inspection menu. By performing the EVAP CVS on test in single solenoid mode, we can monitor the vent valve's operational status. It's essential to check if the valve is free from corrosion and operates without hindrance. If functioning correctly, you'll proceed with the diagnostics. If not, replacement is warranted. The fifth step in diagnosing DTC P1445 involves examining the FTP sensor hose for any restrictions. To begin, disconnect the hose from the FTP sensor while ensuring not to damage any surrounding components. After disconnection, it's time to check the parameter readings with the HDS. As with previous steps, you're looking for specific threshold values, in this case, relating to the FTP sensor. If the conditions match the expected thresholds, the next course of action is to investigate if there are any blockages in the FTP sensor vent hose. Understanding airflow dynamics here is vital, as blockages can halt proper sensor performance and throw off readings, leading to inaccurate diagnostic codes. The sixth and final troubleshooting step for DTC P1454 focuses on the FTP sensor itself. First, make sure the vehicle is in the off-lock position before you proceed with sensor removal. The sensor should be carefully detached from the EVAP canister while still connected to its wiring harness. This procedure allows for further testing. Next, turn the vehicle back to the on mode to check the parameter readings using the HDS. Observing whether these readings conform to established thresholds will inform whether the FTP sensor is faulty. If the readings do align, indicating no problem with the sensor, then it might be time to look deeper into the EVAP canister for internal blockages, necessitating its replacement. Conversely, if conditions do not meet expectations, the FTP sensor must be replaced for resolution. After completing all necessary repairs, it's vital to conduct a final verification step to ensure that the issues relating to DTC P1454 have been effectively resolved. Begin by rechecking the DTCs using the HDS to confirm that the previously recorded fault does not reappear. Once verified, take the additional step of performing a test drive to simulate real-world conditions. This allows you to gauge whether any symptoms persist or if the engine operates smoothly without triggering the check engine light again. Continuous monitoring post-repair is crucial to assure vehicle reliability and performance, aiming to eliminate any further concern for the driver regarding the FTP sensor and associated evap functions. Preventive maintenance is an essential aspect of vehicle upkeep, particularly when dealing with components prone to failures, such as those involving the evaporative emissions system. To mitigate the risk of DTC P1454 occurring again, ensure regular inspections of the evap system. During these checks, verify that all connectors are secure and functioning correctly, as deteriorating connections can lead to sensor issues. Additionally, special emphasis should be placed on keeping vent lines clear of obstructions. By proactively maintaining these components, owners can enhance the vehicle's performance while also meeting emission standards over the long run, contributing to environmental efforts. In conclusion, DTC P1454 may point to significant challenges in the fuel tank pressure sensor circuit, which encompasses electronic failures, faulty connections, or sensor malfunctions. By following a structured troubleshooting approach, including verifying conditions with the HDS and evaluating system components, technicians can efficiently diagnose the cause of the issue. Regular inspections and maintenance also play a pivotal role in preventing the recurrence of such DTCs, ensuring the vehicle remains compliant with emission regulations, while also preserving optimal performance. Understanding the intricacies of the FTP sensor and the evap system allows for informed actions, ultimately enhancing vehicle longevity and reliability. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.